Good morning, dear students. Happy to see you today. And our lesson, the story of cricket is already finished. But how many of you remember the most important events in the lesson? We have seen that C.K. Naidu, the Test cricket player, he is an outstanding Indian batsman of his time, and he was regarded as the first popular one of the actually the cricket fans, the players of Indian cricket fans, they never forget the character of C.K. Naidu, because he was being regarded as the first Test cricket captain of our Indian team. When it comes to the story of cricket, most of the things we have learned. The people who never knew much about the cricket, the game of cricket, also came to know what is the material that is used for making sports equipment or the cricket equipment. We have seen that, and how many yards of distance is maintained to make a pitch. What is the weight of ball that should be maintained to have it, and when and where exactly this cricket is born. Actually, in India, cricket is born in Mumbai or Bombay. We have seen it. There are two rich families, Parsis as well as Vadiyas, I think so, Parsis and Zoroastrians. These two communities have encouraged the game cricket much, and they started trading with the Britishers by the time Britishers were ruling our country. So they improved their trading and business with them, and they also had certain relationship that they maintained. They maintained very good relationship with Britishers, so that this game is actually introduced through them only. We have not introduced, Indians have not introduced, Britishers only introduced to us, and we both started playing, and there was no good playground for them. There was no proper gymkhana for them, and finally they have found one place also, isn't it? That was the permanent place, and all the disputes were put to an end after this gymkhana grounds were found. See, these trading companies established themselves in Asia. Unlike golf and tennis, cricket has refused to remake its tools with industry. So all these things we have learned it. And this is the last lesson from this textbook, and we have already completed the lesson, but I don't know how many of you are really put up your brains or nuts to study and find out the concepts from this lesson. The concept is one only, but this concept is consisting too many events. And all these questions, multiple choice of questions, lengthy questions, moderate length questions, open-ended questions, value based questions, questions are of many types, no? All these questions you have to learn from this lesson, so that you will have a good grip over the whole lesson. So when your teacher is teaching you offline class, after listening to the offline class, once again you have to open up your textbook and go through what exactly the teacher has taught you from the textbook. When I was teaching, I am telling you, one little paragraph I left it, I covered in the next offline class. Do you know that? So sometimes certain things maybe here and there miss it out, but that can be covered when you are reading it out. See, I am frankly telling you, frankly speaking, I have no good satisfaction, because this is not just like a classroom. No? If it is classroom, we will be having a conversation, we can interact with each other. You can interact me, I could interact you. But here in this offline class, I am the only chatterbox speaking to you. I am not getting your answers. I am not finding your problems. That's why again and again I would like to bring it to your notice that you should read the textbook. That is very, very essential. Understand? So I just wanted to ask you some questions. Cricket is originally, is it an Indian game, British game or international game? cricket is originally, it's a British game actually. After that, it has got the popularity. Internationally, it's been got the popularity. Before it gets into popularity, before it gets the limelight, it was just a British game. There is a historical reason behind both these oddities. In the preceding two paragraphs, find two words phrases that mean the same as oddities. What does it mean by oddities? Here it is very clearly given. Oddities in the sense, what does it mean by oddities? Very clearly given here. So you should find out where the oddities is located here. Okay? Length, breadth, etc. All these things you should know. Oddities, the word oddities is somewhere I have seen it. Please check it out. So here there is one place is also given. A rough and ready cricket game being played in a village in the Himalayas in 1894. See, nowadays we can see and we can also take part in playing modern cricket. But in those days, the children of 1894 in Himalayas, notice the homemade wickets and bat. Okay, they used to use homemade bats and carved out of rough bits of wood. Sometimes they used to carve the bats with the rough wood, which could be flexible for carving, and they used to make bats, and they used to use paper balls, or maybe they are also making the balls with wood and all, I don't know. But regarding bat, it is given. So anyhow, all of you are requested to take page number. So you have to check out what kind of modifications have occurred to the game of cricket. Okay, from those days to modern days. Please find out. Okay, let us come to page number working with language. Word search. Okay, it's just like Sudoku. Okay, 12 words associate with cricket or hidden in this grid. How many words are there? There are nearly 12, not nearly, 12 exactly. 12 hidden words are there in this grid. 6 can be found horizontally, and the remaining 6 you can find them vertically. Some words are horizontally given, some words are vertically given. Okay, and 6 are horizontal and another 6 are in vertical fashion. You have to find them out. 2 words have been found for you. Clues to the hidden words are given below. Horizontal, 6 deliveries equal to what? 4 runs. Attacked while out of arena. No result. Stumps. Fielder to the off side of the wicket keeper. Vertical. Stumps. Flying. Back to the pavilion. A lofty one. Mid-air mishap. Not even 1 out of 6 goes with the bat. First of all, we will study the horizontal ones. In the first line you see A-O-V-E-R, over. First one is over. Second line also you check. In second line we cannot find anything. Third line you come horizontal. Bound. Boundary. What is that? B-O-U-N-D-A-R-Y. From first to third horizontal line you please come. From beginning B-O-U-N-D-A-R-Y, boundary. If you come to the next below boundary, you can see stumped. Stumped. S-T-U-M-P-E-D. S-T-U-M-P-E-D. Stumped. And next one you see, next to 2 lines I didn't find anything. And last but one you see, D-R-A-W, beginning only, after X there is D. D-R-A-W, draw. Below that you can see 2 words are there, wicket and slip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we found. Wicket, last line you see W-I-C-K-E-T, wicket. Beside wicket there is SLIP, slip. Okay, so horizontal, 6 words, we already found it with the help of the clues given there. I told you I have little knowledge of this cricket, but because of this lesson I happen to go through, okay, cricket also. A teacher should know everything. Sometimes unknown things to known things we will be learning. Known to unknown and unknown to known also we will be coming. That is called the inductive method, deductive method. Deduction means known to unknown. Inductive in the sense unknown to known. We don't know anything. It's just like a clean sheet of paper. But when you started writing something on it, you will be making sense to your words, or you are making sense to whatever you write it on. It's just like that. Let us come to horizontal words. First line you see, BALL, ball is the first word. Actually clue is already given it to us. Next one, bowled, BOWLED. Okay, second horizontal line is bowled. Third horizontal line, third vertical line you see, OUT, out. That is 4th, 5th, 6th. 1, 2, 3, third line, 4th letter is O, 5th U, 6th T, out. Okay, adjacent to that, very close to that, next to that you can see 6 also. After that nothing is there. Go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th vertical line. You can come across caught, CAUGHT, caught. Okay, next one, last one, maiden, 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 made end, maiden. Okay, so this is the last one. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something is missing. What is that? Okay, please check carefully. Okay, please check. 1, 2, 3, 4. END, end also you can write. Back to pavilion, made and made, and 2 words you can divide it. Then you will be getting some 5 or something. So remaining 1 or 2, if anything is left, you are kindly asked to do it. Okay children, let us come to the next page, that is 150. If you come to 150 page, you come across certain words. What do we call them? Add ly to the italicized word in each sentence. Rewrite the sentence using the new word. See the examples that are given first. So what's my question to both the sections and all of you is, how many of you know parts of speech? Even after coming to grade 9 and 10 also, it's such an unfortunate thing that I shouldn't say like that, but right from grade 3 to onwards, you are learning grammar. Unless you know grammar, you cannot make sense of whatever you learn or whatever you write. For reading and writing and for understanding, you need to know grammar. Okay, without knowing grammar, you cannot understand the language. Speaking is different, but when it comes to writing, reading and understanding, without proper understanding, whatever you read, whatever you write is based on your understanding only. If you do not understand properly the grammar, you cannot put a meaningful sentence on a paper. You can't even, whatever you read, you can't understand if you do not know grammar. So, grammar plays a major role in the lives of language learners. Okay, what I want to say is, see here there is an exercise that is based on adverbs. What is a verb? First of all, you should know. By adding ly form, we can make certain adjectives and adverbs also. All ly formed letters are not adverbs. All ly added words are not adjectives. What is an adjective? What is an adverb? You should know. In order to understand these two, you also know the noun and verb. An adverb is a word. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word that modifies a verb or an adjective or another adverb also. An adverb, by adding an adverb, it is modifying the verb. She writes slowly. How does she write? Very slowly she writes. So what is a slowly? Adverb. The way you write is described, or the way you write is well understood by the word slowly. Have you got it? So here what you need to know is, before you gonna learn adverbs, you should know what are verbs. A verb is a word. What is a verb? Usually most of you say that a word is an action. See, verb is not always does action. Sometimes it doesn't perform any action also, but still it is a verb. A verb is a word that tells how it is and what it is. It tells how it is and what it is. I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm a teacher. I am a teacher. What am I? I'm a teacher. I teach you. I teach the children. I teach the students. Am. What is am? A and am. What you are. What one is said by a verb also. Verb is not always does action. It also tells how it is and what is its condition. It tells its condition. It tells its state. It tells what it is. So it's a new version of understanding verb today. Maybe most of you may not know how to give the definition of verb. Most of you, if I ask you, you say that a verb is an action word. It performs action. Okay, till whatever the knowledge that you gained or whatever the knowledge you equipped with, you may say like that. But all the verbs in English are not just does action. They tell what they are and how they are. It tells the state of them. It tells the state of them. So here you need to understand the ly form is not just goes with verbs, adverbs, it also goes with adjectives. Let us see. He runs between wickets as if his legs were stiff. He runs between wickets as if his legs were stiff. He runs between wickets stiffly. He runs between wickets stiffly. How does he run? How does he run? He runs stiffly. What does it mean by running stiffly? It's not a free running. Okay, whenever you play Coco, no? So when the opponent is very close to you, you want it to go in a treacherous way in order to give a tap at the back of the person, isn't it? So you will be finding the different ways to reach it quickly. But here, the man is not running freely, he has got so stiff. He runs between wickets as if his legs were stiff. He was running as if his legs were stiff. That means there was no free running, there was no free movement. Why did the batsman swing the bat in such a violent manner? The batsman swings the bat violently. How can you change it, this one? The batsman swings his bat or swings the bat violently. What does it mean by violently? So hardly, so quickly, violently. That means there was no proper way of moving it. Violently he was moving it. Okay. And it is obvious that the work has not been done in a proper way. It is obvious that the work, so simply you can say the work has not been done properly. Proper way, instead of proper way, you can say properly. The work has not been performed or the work has not been done properly, you can say. So here, what is the main verb here? It is obvious that the work has not been done. Doing is the main verb here. How it has not done properly? It has not been done properly. Let us come to the next question. Page number 150. Second exercise. Second one. He made the statement in a firm manner. He made the statement firmly. How did he make the statement? How did he make the statement? He made the statement firmly. What does it mean by firmly? Firmly. He's standing firmly, stiffly. Okay? So being at the place where it is or where he is, that is firm. Means immovable. Stand firm on your decision. Means don't move here and there. Don't move to left, don't move to right. Be firm. Firm in the sense, be strong, determined. Understand? Let us come to the next one. You did not play in a serious manner or else you would have won the match. If you had played seriously, how it must be changed? If you had played seriously, you would have not won. If you had played seriously, you would have won the match. If you had played seriously, you would have won the match. She recited the poem in a cheerful manner. She recited the poem cheerfully. How did she recite the poem? She recited the poem cheerfully. Use the following phrases appropriately in place of the italicized words in the sentences given below. What are the words given? The phrases given as a matter of fact. In other words, we can say, in fact. I didn't come to you. In fact, I'm not feeling good. As a matter of fact, let me tell you, I was not well on that particular day when you have invited me for an occasion. I'm so sorry I couldn't attend. I couldn't make it. In fact is nothing but as a matter of fact. We had better done that. We had better went out. We couldn't do that. We are unable to do it. Sometimes we will use this, we had better. See to it. See to it. By accident. Sometimes by accident certain things will be spoken, certain things also will be done. As well. Shall we start it? Actually, I did not intend to come to your place. I reached here without planning. Without doing anything is nothing but by accident. See, accidents happens to people. Those are called mishaps. The mishaps would happen in our lives. They are not fixed ones, no? That's why we call them as accidents. Any fixed thing is happening in the sense that is something that is happened. Okay? If it is not planned, that is always by chance or by accident. Here it is given by accident. Sunil, there's a letter for you in today's post. There is one for me also. So the letter which I have received along with your letter, I too have got one more. So this is nothing but as well. You got the letter and I as well. You got the letter and I as well. I as well means not only you but also I too got it. Next one. Everybody thought I had composed the poem. Everybody thought I had composed the poem, The truth is my younger sister did it. The truth is my younger sister did it. The truth is my younger sister did it. What is the truth? As a matter of fact, it was not, the poem was not written by me, it was written by my younger sister. The doctor told the patient to make sure that he took his pills on time. What does it mean by make sure here? See to it. What does it mean by make sure? See to it. It will be better for us to plan our trip before setting out. It will be better in the sense we had better plan our trip before setting out. Okay, what we have to do? Before we setting out, we have to plan for the next trip. Okay, this is nothing but we had better. We had better lay a proper plan for our trip. Okay, children, let us come to the next one. So, speaking and writing. So, this one you have to do it as a homework, and the other ones will be continued, that is paragraph writing will be given you as a homework. That's all for today. In coming days, I will be sending you worksheets. So hereafter, because since our offline classes are completed, we will start doing more work on making more worksheets and answering more worksheets. Okay, done children? And lesson wise and topic wise worksheets will be made so that you can better do it and you can answer them, so that you will be sharpened and you will be in touch with the concept which you have learned it today or the previous days. Okay, so hereafter, since our offline classes are completed, we will be going through what? Worksheets. Okay children, until we meet again in online class, goodbye, take care.